today is quite an exciting day for me because, well, I say exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking because it's the day that we find out if everything's worked. So you'll know that for the last 2 to 4 weeks, I've been rebuilding the Oakbound website, updating it and modernising it. It's been all right, but it's been a little bit clunky. So we decided to do a complete rebuild, going back completely to basics and starting again. And that's now finished, and it's launching today. And so I thought I'd just show you on the screen what's on the new website, all the new features. Some things are well, we tried to make things easy to find, but maybe some things are a bit more hidden than others. So I thought I'd do a bit of a walkthrough and show you what's there. So come with me to the computer and let's have a look. Okay, so here we are on the home page. So this is what you'll see coming into the site. So we've just got a little bit of blurb about us here. A little picture of me working on a nice alien head for UK Games Expo a few years ago. I just thought that was one of the nicer images to stick on the front. And then a little bit of info here on our 3 main game systems. So there's the Woods, Factious Waste, and of course the Dreamstone here. And each of those sort of takes up the entirety of a browser window, so you can see each of these link through to their respective areas. If we have a look at the menu here on the left hand side, you'll see this is new. I want to call this to your attention. This is our news section. Ta-da! We are having a newsletter. So I do hope that you will all sign up for this for this newsletter. Here, and we type in your name. Here, and you type in your email address. Go down here, type in your name, click subscribe, and you'll be added to our list. And here, this is what's coming up in this month's newsletter. In this one, we're just looking at things that are coming forward in the year ahead, and this will be a bit of an introductory newsletter. But starting from next month, we'll be looking at adding in some content for the game systems. So we're going to do a series on votive offerings in the Woods. That will be the first series for the first few months of the year. And that will be special rules and things that you can add into games of the Woods. We're going to do some Dreamstone scenarios later on in the year. We're going to do some Factious Waste Revisited stuff towards the end of the year. So we've already got a year's worth of content for the newsletters in terms of games stuff. Plus we'll be letting you know what Kickstarters are coming up, what new releases are happening on the website. There'll be a bit of news from me, and there'll be some content as to what you can expect in these videos, the in the studio videos for the month ahead. If you do have any of your own content, we would love to feature that in the newsletter. So if you've played any games and you want to take some photos, you've painted some miniatures, you want to take some photos, you've written some content, we'd love to feature that, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on further down the web page. So that's our newsletter, and I hope you will sign up for no other reason, or if for no other reason than that this first newsletter will give you a promotional code to use in our new shop, and I'll get to that shortly. So for next down, we've got games, and this is just a summary of what we try to do with our games, the kind of field we go for, and then a little bit about, so obviously the Woods and Factious Waste are both running off very much the same rules system with different action tables and bits plugged into them. So we kind of lump those together in a bit, and then a bit about Dreamstone. And again, these link through to their respective systems. So if I click on the Woods, if you excuse my slow internet, there we go, we will see a bit more about the background of the Woods. And then there's link through to the shop for books and gaming aids and miniatures here. And then there's some resources here, printouts, templates, cards that you can print out for use in your games under there, and we've got the same things under Factious Waste and under the Dreamstone. If we go to the shop page here, So again, we split them into the different game categories, and then if you're interested in rule books, supplements, tape measures, templates, that kind of thing for gaming, books and gaming aids, what you want to click on. If you're interested in the miniatures, perhaps you've already got the rule books or you're using the miniatures in another game, then just clicking on the miniatures link will take you to the relevant miniatures range. And down here with the Dreamstone, we've got books and games. So that's both the RPG books and the board game down there. But currently, if I click on Dreamstone, you will see, if I click through, you'll see this is coming soon because we haven't fulfilled the Kickstarter yet. Hopefully that's happening very soon, and as soon as that's done, we'll be able to stick the products up here, but we haven't got those up here yet. So let's not take a look at that. Let's take a look at the miniatures section of the Woods. So let's go here, and this is where you would get to if you click through from the Woods game page as well. You'd get to here. So here you can pick by category type. So if you're looking for Miri models, they're here. Fae models are here. Norlocks are here. And Goblins here. And Gnomes are here. These are the sort of main ranges that we have currently. And then Folk is a bit of a catch-all for all of the things that we've got perhaps fewer miniatures for at present. Or you can be here and you can click and see all the miniatures in the shop. You'll notice some of these are out of stock. So the Earthworm here is out of stock. Hopefully she's going to be back in stock very, very early on in the year, but not currently. Everything else should be more or less available. So let's click. What should we click? Let's have a look at the Norlocks, and that will bring you up all of the products that we've currently got in the Norlock range. So we've got the army packs here, and then characters and packs of models. And if you click on those, then you'll get this item page with a picture, and then a scenic picture, and then a picture with a white background, whichever you prefer to see the figures more clearly. And some of them, if they're more complicated models, they'll have a lot more pictures so that you can see sort of all around them. Bit of a description, obviously your price, and then down here we've got some additional information. So the scale of the model for Woods, this will all be 28mm, but some of the larger trolls and monsters will be suitable for different scales as well. So those will be in there. The material, these are lead pewter miniatures. Some of the bigger ones again are resin. A general genre, and the sculptor, which in this case was me, but in several cases the sculptors are different, so we like to credit them. And there we've also got some suggestions, things that are relevant that you might like as well. If we say we're going to add one of these to our cart, then we're going to go to the cart. Then, oh look, I already had a pack in here. Haha, that's for testing it out. Then we're in the shopping cart page, which you can also access through the cart logo, there you go, which is up the top with all of the sort of non-shopping pages, so you can get back to your cart at any time. And as you say, there's a coupon space here, so if you have signed up to our newsletter, when that comes out later this week, you'll receive a coupon code which will be valid for the rest of January and will give you 10% off your first order in January as a sort of introduction to the new website. And then cart obviously, and shipping. Now for this is I'm currently logged in with the UK shipping, but if you're not in the UK, should we do United Arab? Let's do United Arab Emirates. That'll be interesting, won't it? You can see now we've got some options. So the UK, we're sending everything tracked and signed, but if you're outside the UK, you've got the option to send it tracked and signed, which is obviously now with Brexit and with the US shipping things, that's getting quite expensive. So it's obviously the most secure way of doing it, but it is an expensive way of shipping things, particularly if you're only ordering a few models. We recommend that you do that, but there are other options available. So international standard, no tracking and no signature on that. So if it does get lost in the post, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. Whereas if it's tracked and signed, we can claim, and we can either refund you, or we can send more models out. So if you are worried about your order getting there, tracked and signed is the best way to do it. But international standard is a cheaper way. And then if you're not in any hurry, obviously the economy shipping is much cheaper, but that will take a lot longer to get there. It's 8 to 12 weeks is the rest of the world. I think Europe is 5 to 6 weeks, so it's not ages, and if you're not in a hurry to paint it, that might be a better way of doing it. And then you can go to the checkout and enter your details. So that's one way of going through the shop. The other way, if you want to go straight to a particular product, you can pick these drop down menus, woods, dreamstone, fractious waste, and you can pick the section that you want to look at. Just click on that, and then you should be taken straight to the appropriate section of the shop there. Okay, if you want to learn a bit about our miniatures, there's a miniatures page here. There you go. It just tells you how they're made, and these are the miniatures ranges that we have. Click on events. Obviously we're not doing any shows at the moment because of COVID, but if and when we're able to do events again, they'll pop up here. The community page has links to our Facebook page, the players group for the woods, the players group for fractious waste, and then the Dreamstone miniatures collection Facebook group, which is for people who are just collecting the miniatures or who are doing the miniatures game, and then the RPG group, which is separate. And we decided to do these as two separate groups because I think within the RPG there will be a lot more discussion on setting up games and running games, whereas the miniatures collection group will be more about painted miniatures and showing off your collection, and we thought that those two were probably best kept separate. And then also with the Oakbound Painting Challenges group here, so this is not just Oakbound miniatures. We started doing this last year during lockdown, and we'll carry on doing it this year. This is occasional painting challenges that you can undertake with albums to upload your submissions into, and it's just for fun really. But that's fun. Right, now this is a part that I'm quite excited about, the participate section. Originally this was called collaborate, and a lot of people chucked in ideas as to what it should be called instead, because that wasn't very obvious, and we came up with participate, or someone came up with participate, and that seemed like the best option to me. So this is about getting involved with us, and I wanted it to be very much not a here's stuff you can do for us. This is about us and you getting together and all becoming us. This is about people joining in with Oakbound and really becoming a part of it. And so we've got 3 sections here. We were lucky enough last year to get some people sending us sculpts that they'd done, just sending them to us to put into the ranges, and we're going to master those, and we're going to put them in production molds, and we're going to make them available. And if you would like to do that, we would love to see your sculpts. And here I go. See, this is not about whether you're a professional sculptor. This is about whether you want to have a go. Now there are some things that we have to say, like if you're going to sculpt something, it can't have bits of other people's miniatures in it. We need them to be done in epoxy resins or polymer clays, or we won't be able to mold them. And a bit of a contract saying, who owns the rights to things when you've submitted them. So do have a look through there if you're interested. But basically the gist of this is we would love to receive your sculpts, and we would love to encourage people to start sculpting things and playing around and pushing putty and having fun. And if you just want a dozen of those miniatures for your gaming group or for your mates, or for you to give out to people, we can do that. We're sending stuff off to be mastered fairly regularly, and we'd like to involve you in that. So do get in touch if you feel like sculpting is something that you want to have a go at. The same with writing. If you want to write scenarios or some background, or you've got some characters that you've done, or an idea for a campaign, again, we'd love to see it and put it in the newsletter, possibly even turn it into part of a printed production. So yeah, very much love to receive your writing. If nothing else, it fleshes out the sense of the woods for us. So at the moment, we're very much writing from our particular perspective, but people are going to read things that we've written in a different way and put their own slant on it, and we want to have that involved as part of the settings. And the same with artwork. Again, we had some people donating artwork to it, which was fantastic. And I'd love to see the artwork that you've put together, and feature that in our newsletter and our publications and online. So we'd love to see that. If you want to send us some artwork, that would be great. And we do really want this to be a although it says participate, we do really want this to be a collaborative process. We'd like it to be about you shaping the future of Oakbound's direction, as much as it is about Oakbound benefiting from your skills. We've got a commissions page here. So if you're looking to get stuff sculpted or some terrain made, or some miniatures that you want to get into production, whether you've got a concept or you've got a finished sculpt and you want to get them into production, we can give you a hand with that. So check out those pages if those are of interest. And then a trade page here. So if you are a shop, or you are an online retailer, or you are or you know somebody who is and you'd like them to stock our products, this is where you can find us and click on any of the things that say contact us to go to the contact page, where you'll find our email address and a contact form if you want to fill that out instead of emailing us directly. But we really want to work with retailers, especially with the price of shipping worldwide is just crazy. And if we can get a distribution base in Europe and a distribution base in America, that would make our lives so much easier, and products much cheaper for you if you're in those countries. So we really would like to be talking with people. We've got a retail catalogue that we can send to people, and these are the retailers that we've currently got who are stocking our products. So again, if you want to support those, please do please do go to their sites and buy from them as well, or go into the stores. These are all very, very lovely people who would love to chat to you. Lastly, on the bottom here, we've got our little social media icons. So if you want to go to our Facebook page, our Instagram page, the YouTube channel where you are currently, that's Finn McCall's blog, and our Twitter feed. And I don't do Twitter very often, but occasionally I twit. So if you want to see my twits, then you can go to the twit thing there. And this is just a contact. It goes back to the contact page. So there we go, that's the new website. So if you head on over to oakbound.co.uk, you should now find that up and live and running, and all of those things available for you to look at, play with to your heart's content. So do let us know how you find the site. If there are any things that you think would be better changed, modified, and otherwise, then give me a shout. The bulk of it obviously is now fixed. It's staying as it is. I'm not playing too much, but little things we can tweak. And especially if you're looking at the site on a mobile, obviously this will look best on a desktop. We tried to make it as compatible as possible for mobiles within the limitations there. But do let us know how you get on with it, how you find it, and hope that you will join me again next week. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, and I will see you next week.